welcome back to Top Rope Reality on the YouTube episode 84, part 4, The List.
That does not miss.
And let's get started with the rebooking of NXT Takeover Fatal.
In your opening match, it was a singles match, and it was a women's singles match.
Wow, starting off with the women, the lovely, lovely ladies.
That's right. We have Sasha Banks, your pick,
My pick.
taking on my pick of Tessa Blanchard.
Yes.
Tully Blanchard's daughter, who is on our roster, yes. And the winner of this match, which I picked, was Sasha Banks.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you're always going to pick your pick to win.
No, you're going to look over the two.
And
See how it
figure out
falls?
how the best way to go.
And I would see this match going as in Sasha Banks would cheat
Of course.
to beat Tessa, and this would only be the beginning of what I would see as a great feud between these two lovely ladies.
Great.
Up next was for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Your pick, the champions, the Kingdom,
Matt
took on my picks, the Young Bucks.
Tevin and Mike Bennett taking on the Young Bucks. Matt and Nick Jackson. Okay. You're welcome.
And the winner, and still NXT Tag Team Champions in a great, almost a time limit draw match, is the Kingdom.
The third matchup of the evening was a Superstars singles match. We have your pick, Dalton Castle, the Peacock.
With no boys.
With no boys, taking on my pick, the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger. And the winner of this matchup, and I picked this one, the winner is Dalton Castle. Interesting. It would be a very good match, though.
It would be. All of these matches so far.
Because you
would be
could
interesting.
tell Ty Dillinger would be like kind of freaked out by Dalton Castle.
It would be.
So it'd be very cool.
Kind
to
of a
watch.
gold dust type.
Kind of a gold
rubbing
dust.
on you and stuff.
Yeah. Walking weird like a peacock.
Yes. Up next is a hair versus hair match. One of these gentlemen will be bald, as it is Carlito.
Carlito, look. All that hair.
Your pick.
My pick. You know, I went on, I mean, you go home, big or go home, literally.
Carlito.
And he had all
When he
that
wanted
hair.
to put that big hair on the line, no, you could lose that hair.
He could lose the hair. Take it off.
Taking on a man who loves his hair, who loves his look.
With the selfie.
It's Tyler Breeze.
Breeze, the Prince of Pretty.
And the winner of this match, who will not go bald, is Tyler Breeze.
So Carlito
Becomes a cue ball.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Up next,
Up next is the fifth match in a singles male matchup with Adam Cole, baby.
my pick.
Your pick from Panama City Beach. Taking on from the Atlanta Falcons.
I think it is. I know we didn't just say NFL, you're covered.
NFL. Well, you got Atlanta Hawks. What is that?
That's basketball.
Basketball. He went basketball, so it was the football team
Yes.
from Atlanta. Anyway, Adam Cole, baby, taking on Moose. There's only three.
I thought you gave me 4 mooses there.
3 mooses. And the winner, get ready, the winner, which I think I picked this one. The winner is Moose.
What? Adam Cole did not win? What a travesty of justice!
Yes, the bigger guy won that one out. And I picked Moose. Isn't there indie cat name that?
There was.
There was.
Yes.
I missed that, didn't I?
You did.
That's weird.
Up next is for the NXT Women's, not Divas, Women's Championship. As your champion, Natalya, takes on the daughter of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, the man who cries at the drop of a hat.
Oh, well, she does too.
Charlotte. Who is she heel? Is she face? Is she heel? Is she face? I don't know. Neither does the WWE writers. So, but your winner, and still in a great match. I give it 19 minutes and 36 seconds match.
10 thumbs up.
10 thumbs up. Ty Dillinger would be happy of this match. Natalya retains her title over Charlotte.
Exactly. So you got 2 generational women taking it to the limit.
And though Charlotte lost, Flair was still on the outside crying because it was a great match.
And ladies and gentlemen, the final match of the evening, the 7th match in a stellar Fatal 4-Way pay-per-view.
Yes, it is.
Stellar.
It's been a cream of the crop from top to bottom.
Cream of the crop. Top to bottom.
From top to bottom, yes.
The cream rises to the top.
It does. That's why this Fatal 4-Way is so interesting.
Because the cream literally rose to the top. Because this is the main event. This is the best of the best. This is the creme de la creme.
Yes.
Creme de la creme in this Fatal 4-Way, ladies and gentlemen.
This match was a slobber knocker from bell to bell.
Exactly. We have the champion in this Fatal 4-Way matchup for the NXT Championship. Your pick, Finn Balor. Hey, I didn't know you got that shirt. Anyway, if I did, I forgot. And my pick,
Too many chair shots.
a lot of them.
Concussion.
Yes. Vertigo too. Anyway, and then my first pick was A-C-H. He should do the whole RVD thing.
You should.
He should. And then
Pothead may say something about it.
He might. And then he took on your pick,
My next pick.
Jay Lethal. Of the House of Truth. Anyway, taking on the 4th and final competitor in this matchup, in a who's type of matchup.
It is.
This is my final pick, Tony Nese, the premier athlete.
So who would win the Fatal 4-Way? Would Finn Balor retain?
Would the Balor Club get behind
ACH?
it? With the attitude, charisma, and heart, win out for ACH? With the lethal injection, help Jay Lethal make it out of here? Or with the premier athlete outshine them all and win the whole thing? Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we don't just book it. We put story behind it.
Because it makes it better.
It does. Because, ladies and gentlemen, while Finn Balor and Tony Nese have crashed and burned outside of the squared circle.
Oh, lay it out outside the ring. Lay it out. The fans are begging for Finn to get up. Get up, Tony. Get up, Finn. Get up.
Somebody get up! Because, ladies and gentlemen, inside the ring, battling it out is ACH and Jay Lethal. And one fatal mistake. ACH did not see it coming, and it was the lethal injection from Jay Lethal himself, and it landed him with the 1, the 2, the 3. No false finish on that one.
No.
And the winner and new NXT World Heavyweight Champion is the greatest first-generation wrestler of all time.
That's true.
Jay Lethal. See, John Cena can say he's a reverse second-generation wrestler because his daddy came into the business later. But he's the first ever greatest first-generation wrestler.
Yes, and now he is in our pick, the current NXT World Heavyweight Champion.
Current.
Up next, now we're going to open up the book, folks. A little story time
With
here.
the powder tail.
A little story time with Jessica. As we are booking an NWO-Style Takeover on NXT. Last week, enter Samoa Joe. This week, enter Baron Corbin.
The Lone Wolf. So Joe, Cesaro, Axel, and Sandow enter the building the week after Joe's turn. Joe explains his turn quite simply. He says that he was turned down with the WWE a decade ago when people like John Cena, who he trained with, were getting picked up by the WWE.
Not Joe. Sorry, Joe.
When he was a decade stronger, a decade younger, and a decade more positive about pro wrestling. He says that he signed with the WWE so that he could claim his legacy. And when he got here, he saw names that he trained with. And it was guys like John Cena, Daniel Bryan, CM Punk. They'd already claimed a legacy that he should have been his. Now he's going to keep any of the other young wrestlers interested in stealing his legacy away from doing so.
Keep him down.
Without warning, out comes the hacker, Solomon Crowe.
Whoa.
Who gets ready to say something, then he's attacked from behind by Baron Corbin.
What?
The Lone Wolf. Baron laughs at him, then proceeds to give Crowe the end of days on the stage. He walks down to the ring as Cesaro says, "Meet our insurance policy.
No way.
The insurance policy, ladies and gentlemen. As Baron Corbin shakes hands with the established crew in the ring, there's now a lethal quartet. What is it?
Quintet.
Quintet.
Yeah.
Whatever. On top of NXT. Next.
Somebody in their own backyard.
Two people. Two people, really? Samoa Joe was on the roster.
Yeah, Samoa Joe was on the roster, but really you would think Baron Corbin would...
No, because he's homegrown talent.
Homegrown. And
he went from football straight into NXT, and they trained him from the bottom up. But next week, NXT circles the wagons.
Wow. So join us here for more story times next week as the booking and NWO-Style Takeover NXT continues right here on Part 4. Now we're going to start something new we've started.
Move my palate again.
Your palate again. Because you are the reader.
More story talking now.
We have 10 shocking WWE superstars fired that no one saw coming. What? You got a pink slip? How'd you get a pink slip for? Why? What happened? Why did they fire you? Why? You. Not you!
That's true.
Yes.
It is true.
And we're going to start with number 10, Jim Ross. JR. Good old JR.
So which one will it be? The first time he got fired or the 20th time?
I'm going to think it's the 20th time.
The icon of the Attitude Era and the WWE in general. Jim Ross's sudden retirement in 2013 was a genuine surprise. And most fans were left scratching their heads as to why he would call it a day.
Why still so good?
Of course, it didn't take too long for it to emerge that JR had actually been fired for his failure to control Ric Flair, who appeared to be heavily intoxicated at a panel promoting the release of WWE 2K14. When the audience and panelists were amused by the Nature Boys, and it was anecdotes. That's kind of weird, but anyway, and colorful comments, they veered into some controversial territory, including John Cena's drinking habits and the then recent death of Flair's son Reed. Despite the fact that 2K Games apparently loved how the panel went, the WWE weren't happy with the focus being allowed to shift from the game to an unruly and very un-PG affair, hence why JR reportedly later received a call from Vince McMahon to let him go, though Stephanie was said to be the one who was absolutely fuming about the way the whole thing went down. JR had joked during the panel that allowing Flair to go on a tangent would mean I'll never be asked back, and this has probably destroyed what career I have left. And he wasn't wrong. While he may now have a popular enough podcast and still does the odd bit of work for the company, providing commentary for WWE 2K16, for example, you have to believe he'd be doing a whole lot more had this never taken place.
I can see it. But also,
he was still semi-retired because he was only really doing the main events on NXT.
Yeah,
he was only commentating that.
That was their escape, and they saw it, and they opened up, and hey,
of course, it's like, hey, let's get rid of him again.
We can get rid of him, and then we're bringing him back.
Exactly, because they got enough commentators now. They got the younger commentators, and they're always about bringing in younger people. But next week, who will be a shocking number 9? Put on your thinking caps, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Think who could be fired?
Who could get the pink slip? But next week on episode 85, we rebook Top Rope Reality Federation.
Our federation gets rebooked.
Our own federation. We take a show and we will book it on up for you.
And it's going to be Survivor Series 1987. 1987. Interesting.
With our people from our own federation.
Yep.
Plus more shocking WWE Superstar firings that no one saw coming. Number 9, like we said.
Yep.
Let's talk about that in part 3.
What will we talk about?
What will we talk about? We grade WCW champions in May of 1990.
Who got A? Who got F?
Interesting. Also, pay-per-view review. We will do Royal Rumble 1993, 1994, 1995, and 1996. And of course, always
started off.
We started off in part 1 with ringside news. Who has passed away? Who has been fired? Who's been hired? Who has decided to retire? Who got hurt?
Who got a TV deal?
Exactly. There's always something going on in the world of professional wrestling / sports, not ports entertainment. Sports entertainment.
Yes.
So you never know what we'll have in part 1, 2, 3, and 4. Predictable, because we let you know what we got. But we don't even know what part 1 will be like until we start filming, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
So you never know what you'll get.
What you'll be getting very soon. Coming soon, our big year-ender, folks.
Another one. This is our second annual big year-ender.
Gotta get those votes in there.
You know those last year with the Christmas music.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Who will be top rope? Who will take a toppy home as wrestler of the year?
Do we still have the toppies?
We still have the toppy.
We still have the toppies, ladies and gentlemen. So who will take Superstar of the Year, Diva of the Year,
Indie Star of the Year, Tag Team of the Year? So much more. The Dick Togo
Award from Top Rope Reality. That is our annual Dick Togo Award.
So, I mean,
gotta have that in there.
You have to have that. Plus so much more. I mean, so...
Rising Star. You never know. You never know. It may not be the exact same categories from last year. We may change it up a little bit.
But it starts in part 1 and it goes all the way to part 4.
Yes, we throw a little bit in there every time.
Yes.
But ladies and gentlemen, that is coming up very, very soon. In a couple of weeks, we will have the big year-ender. And of course, coming also very soon, the big 100.
Big 100.
Big 100.
2016
triple digits.
Should be a great year. Not for only us, hopefully, but for Top Rope Reality as a whole.
As a whole. As we keep on growing. And of course, as we keep on doing this until we get it right.
Step by step by step.
Day by day by day. Oh, that's
I want to thank you, each and everyone, for watching us. I appreciate it so very much. I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Justin Kyle.
And we'll see you next week right here at Top Rope Reality on the YouTube for episode 85. 15 away, man.
15 away.
Wow.
It's coming up close for the triple digits.
Who'd have thunk it?
Who would have thought? Nobody.
Yeah, nobody really. In that first episode, they really didn't think.
No, they